everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new. My name is April. I know I recently gained several new subscribers, so you're probably like, wait, who are you? I know I've done that before where I have subscribed to someone's channel and then a week goes by before they post another video, and then I'm like, who is this person that shows up in my subscription feed? But my name is April. I love farmhouse decor. I love doing budget-friendly DIYs, trash to treasures, thrift store makeovers, Dollar Tree DIYs, and I'm pretty much obsessed with farmhouse decor. So today we are doing my top 10 thrift store makeovers. These are all pretty much farmhouse style, so I hope you enjoy the video. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and let's go ahead and get started. So makeover number one is this really cute shelf that I found at the Goodwill recently, and I paid $5.99 for it. It's super heavy, really cute. I don't normally like the outdated hearts. It just depends on what they're on, but I think the hearts are so adorable on these little doors, so I decided to go ahead and get it. And so the first thing I did was just removed the screws and the hardware. And then I took a hammer, and I did want to remove the heart on the top, so I removed that little piece, and it came out easy enough. And then I decided to paint the whole thing white with my Waverly chalk paint. You can get this at Walmart, and it's the paint that I use the most just because it's cheap and it's easy to get. And I gave the whole thing about 2 good coats of white paint. Now this little wire backing was stapled on, and I could not get these staples out. I tried and tried with my Dollar Tree little wire cutters, and I decided just to leave them in. I painted over everything, and then I ended up, you can see it's a little bit torn, but I ended up just stapling it back on with my own stapler that I got at Home Depot, and that worked out great. And so hopefully this gives you some inspiration if maybe you find a piece at the Goodwill or the thrift store of how you can easily transform it. So I just put the hardware back on, and then I took it out to my garage and gave it a good sanding. This is just a cheap Ryobi sander. I think it was $30 or $35 at Home Depot. And this is how it turned out. Now there is a little spot. I don't like the way it looks. I'm still practicing my sanding, and I actually want to get a new sander, the kind that spins. I just think those seem to do a better job. Mine does not spin, it just vibrates. So I'm definitely going to invest in a spinny one. And then this is Dixie Belle, the Best Dang Clear Wax. I'm so excited, you guys. I got my Dixie Belle shipment in, so I'm going to be trying their paint for the first time. This is my first time ever trying their wax, and I love it. Definitely going to be using this stuff all the time. So I just waxed the whole thing and then buffed it with a cloth after about 15 minutes. And then I'm using my Arteza bronze color paint that I'll have their information linked below in the description box. I probably wouldn't suggest using it on metal, but it did work really well. I just don't think it's made for metal, but it turned out really pretty. And then this drawer was sitting out in the backseat of my car. I totally forgot that this had a drawer that went with it. So I found it and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I painted it and stuck it in, and this is how it turned out. I think this shelf is so cute. I just hung it on my little wall that I use for staging, that my husband just nailed together some boards for me, and we painted it. I painted it actually, and so I just hung it on here temporarily just to show you how it turned out. Makeover number 2 is going to be this frame that I got at the Goodwill as well, and I'm definitely on the hunt for beautiful frames like this. I love the details, and I just love the way frames look just by themselves, like with 3 or 4 frames together, or even just one as just to use as a piece of decor. And I paid $3.99 for this, and I just had to tear off the back and pull out the glass and the picture that was inside. And then I will be trying Dixie Belle paint for the very first time, and I decided to use the color Sea Glass that I recently ordered. This is what the frame looks like. So this color is called Sea Glass. It's a beautiful soft color, and You guys, this is like the nicest paint I have ever used. I'm not even kidding. Waverly paint is fine. I still love it. I'll still use it all the time because it's easy to get and it's cheap. But this paint goes on so much nicer. It's a lot thinner, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but Waverly paint is really thick, and I know that you can water it down. And you guys, I'm not an expert. I am still learning, still practicing, and hopefully just inspiring you to also try some of these things. And then I also ordered the color drop cloth and decided to just go over the sea glass just lightly to give it like a whitewash look, and this is how it turned out. I think it turned out beautiful. Makeover number 3 is going to be this chair that I did in a previous video. Now, most of these are all older because they're what I consider to be my top makeovers, my favorite. You guys, I haven't made a ton of videos because I only upload once a week. Currently, I do plan on uploading twice a week for the next couple of weeks, but this is an older video, so I will have the full video linked below for all of these, except for the first 2 are brand new, and then the very last one is brand new. The other 7 are all older, but it was just easier to say my top 10 because I don't know how I would say my top 7 plus 3 new ones. You know what I mean. So I will have the full video linked below. This is a chair that I got, and the way I used to do it was I would show like all of my items. I would do several and show them and then just remake them or make them over throughout the video. So this is some fabric that I got at a yard sale, and I just kind of felt with my hands and measured the shape of the seat after taping it off and painting it, and then I decided to rip off this riffraff or whatever it's called that was around it, and I just hot glued the material on. And this is honestly one of the cutest chairs that I have ever made over. It just on camera doesn't do it justice, and I'm not like bragging or saying, oh, I'm so amazing, I did so great, but it really is so cute. I gave it to my mom, and so it's at her house, and I just think it is so adorable. And so originally I painted the rose pink, but then I decided it needed to be yellow to tie into the seat. And then I also distressed it by hand, and I just think it's adorable. This is a really small chair, which makes it extra cute, and I just love it. And then I did use some burlap ribbon from burlapfabric.com just around the seam, and it is totally sturdy. Like, the material is not going to come off or anything. This just turned out so adorable, and I love it. Makeover number 4. Makeover number 4 is this little wood caddy. It could be so many different things, and I did this in a pretty recent video, and again, I'll have them all linked below for the full video. This is all of my thrift store stuff, kind of my little hoard pile, I guess, that I have out in my garage. And I don't know why, I just love this, even though my stencil turned out a little bit messed up. So I just took some Waverly paint in the color Celery and just gave the whole thing 2 good coats of paint, and I just painted the whole thing except for the handle. No, actually I did paint the handle, but then I went over it with some Waverly antique wax, which I like to use a lot. It just kind of gives a wood look. You can kind of paint it on and then kind of wipe it off with a cloth, or just paint it on like I did here. And I just like the way it looks. It's not solid, if that makes sense, so it kind of looks like wood a little bit, to me anyway. And then I have this stencil that you can get at Walmart. I love this stencil, and at first I did the color Silver Lining, but I thought that was too light. So then I went over it with Elephant Gray, and can you see where it's a little bit messed up? But I still love this. I don't know why, I just think it's beautiful. You guys will have to let me know if you like it or not, if you would consider this to be one of my best or not. But I just think it's so pretty, and this is something that I am keeping. A lot of my stuff I do donate, sell, give away, but I'm keeping this. I just really like it. And the wood is really good quality wood. I can tell, I'm starting to learn how to tell if it's quality wood or not. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it's solid, heavy wood. And I just think it's really pretty. Makeover number 5 is 2 candlesticks that I got at the thrift store. I love, love, love making over candlesticks. They are so easy and so fun because there's just so many different ways that you can paint them. And this is some paint that I got at Home Depot. And so I just gave them both 2 good coats of paint, and I just love the shape of this one especially. And I consider these to be my top. These are just a simple, beautiful makeover, but I think that this is one of my best. I think it's just really, really pretty, even though it's simple. And I actually kept these as well, and I have these on my desk in my craft room. Here is my inspiration. I like to look up pictures on Pinterest to use as inspiration, just to kind of give me an idea of how to paint something. I find something that I find really pretty and just kind of try to do the same thing. Of course, it never turns out the exact same. So basically all I did was just gave it a whitewash with some white paint over the original color, and I just think they are so pretty. And I love the 2 different shapes together, these 2 together. I like having 2 candlesticks that are not exactly the same but are similar, and I just think they turned out really pretty. And here's what they look like with candles in them.
You close, maybe hold your hand a little while. Somehow I know you're gonna be the girl that I'll end up calling my own.
Makeover number 6 is an old one. This is a chair that I did for Christmas time, and I still have this chair. I love it, and I would love to do something like this again this Christmas, just a little bit different. So this is a chair that I think I got at a yard sale for $2 if I remember, or I had 2, or maybe this one was free. I can't remember. And I just painted it with red, and I love buffalo check, so I decided to do the seat with the red and black buffalo check, just using some painter's tape. And again, you can check out the full video if you would like to learn how to do this for yourself. If you've never done buffalo check, it does look a little intimidating, but it's really not that hard. It's just kind of a long process, if that makes sense. But what I suggest is to use a blow dryer so that you can do it all in one sitting, and then you don't have to wait for your layers of paint to dry in between. And then these are some cute little stencils from Dollar Tree, and I just used the reindeer one and put it on the top of the back, and this is how it turned out. And I just think it is so cute. This is definitely one of my all-time favorite makeovers, and chairs are another thing that I love making over. I've done several chairs on my channel, and I plan on doing several more. Makeover number 7 is this little barn, and this is one of my favorites. I just think this is so cute. Another really simple makeover. You guys, I am all about simple makeovers. It's pretty amazing what a little bit of paint and some distressing can do. I mean, it's just such an easy way to totally transform something, which is what I did here. I just used some red paint, and if you want to know what colors I used, you can check out the full video. And then I did a simple little whitewash, and this little barn shelf is so adorable. One of my favorites. This is not something that I am keeping though. And then I do have an Etsy shop, which it is not active, but the name of it is Sweet Farmhouse Dreams. And so when I made over this shelf, it was during the time when I was planning on working on my Etsy shop. But you guys, there's a lot of work that goes into making YouTube videos, and I work full time, so I just kind of overwhelmed myself, didn't realize how much I was loading onto my plate, and so that is definitely on the back burner. future plans. Hopefully, maybe someday I will have time to work on my Etsy shop. But anyway, this is how it turned out, and I think it turned out really cute. Makeover number 8 is another chair. This is all of the stuff that I made over in the original video, and I'm just going to show you the chair. And so I just start off by always wiping down everything that I buy. I wipe it down before I bring it into the house, and then I wipe it down again before I paint it. And this again is some paint from Home Depot, a really beautiful color. And so I just gave the whole chair 2 coats, and I just love the way this chair looks. I love all the details. I love the little knobby things on top. I love the soft swoop on the back, the 3 little wavy boards. I love the detail of the legs. And so that's what I look for when I choose things to bring home when it comes to chairs and candlesticks and things like that. And then here I just again did a whitewash. I love the way it looks. It just softens it, gives it a little bit of texture and extra detail so that it's not just a flat paint color, gives it a little bit of dimension. And it's so simple. It's something that anyone can do, and if you mess it up, I mean, you really can't mess it up, but if you do, oh, here I had to point out my roots. That's in my original video, so there was no way for me to edit that out. Always struggling with my hair, you guys. It's always orange on top and blonde. I just can never get it right. But anyway, I put some clear wax on it after I distressed it, and this is how it turned out. It was a simple, easy makeover, and I think it's so beautiful and definitely one of my favorites that I've done. And this one I actually sold.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do.
And a quick cat break. This is a clip from one of my older videos. This is my little kitty. She is such a little sweetheart, follows me wherever I go. And so when I'm working, she keeps me company. And then I also have, she's going on 17-year-old miniature dachshund named Sissy, and we really love them. So on to makeover number 9. Makeover number 9, again, I just love the way this one turned out. I took a thrifted candlestick and a Dollar Tree mirror, and I just painted both of them white, and then I hot glued the mirror on top, and then I took some elephant gray paint and just gave the whole thing a little bit of texture just by kind of doing what I'm showing here, just lightly going around the edges. And then I took another brush and kind of tapped or stippled around the bottom. It kind of gives it like a marbled look. Added some candles on top, and this is how it turned out. And again, I just think it's so pretty.
I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just want to make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I want to kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling.
Makeover number 10, the final makeover, is another brand new one. So 7 of my top and then 3 are brand new. This is a wood planter box that I recently got at the Goodwill for $1.99. And so I just removed the label, and again, I'm trying out some vintage duck egg by Dixie Belle. Another beautiful color. It's similar to the sea glass but darker. So it's definitely different, and so I painted the whole thing, gave it 1 good coat, and that really is all it needed. This paint is so amazing. I am so in love with it. Painted the whole thing and then went in again with my drop cloth color and did the whitewash all over it, and that is it. I love this. I will be keeping this. And for right now, I just stuck a little lemon tree. Oh, and you can see the detail from the original design underneath, which I really like. You can really see it up close. And so this is how it turned out. And then I took a lemon tree that I got at Walmart and stuck it inside. You could put anything in here. You could even put a real plant in here. And I love the detail of the legs. Again, it's all about the details for me. and I think it's beautiful. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. If you've been subscribed to my channel for a while and you've seen a lot of my makeovers, let me know if these are your favorites or which ones are your favorites. So that was it. That was everything. I hope you enjoyed, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, and give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.
You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you.